Fundamental rights. Fundamental rights in India. The development of fundamental rights in India is heavily inspired by the United States Bill of Rights. These rights are included in the Constitution because they are considered essential for the development of the personality of every individual and to preserve human dignity. Fundamental rights are included in Part 3 of the Indian Constitution, which is also known as the Magna Carta of the Indian Constitution. These rights are called fundamental rights because they are justiciable in nature, allowing persons to move the courts for their enforcement, if and when they are violated. Features of the fundamental rights.
Fundamental rights are protected and guaranteed by the Constitution. Fundamental rights are rare, not sacrosanct or absolute, in the sense that the Parliament can curtail them or put reasonable restrictions for a fixed period of time. However, the court has the power to review the reasonability of the restrictions. Fundamental rights are justiciable. The Constitution allows the person to move directly to the Supreme Court for the reinforcement of his fundamental right as and when they are violated or restricted. Suspension of fundamental rights. All the fundamental rights are suspended during national emergencies except the rights guaranteed under Articles 20 and 21. Restriction of fundamental rights. The fundamental rights can be restricted during military rule in any particular area. Let us now look at some of the important articles related to the fundamental rights in India. Article 12 defines the state. Article 12 of the Indian Constitution defines the state as the government and Parliament of India, the government and legislatures of the states, all local authorities and other authorities in India or under the control of the Government of India. Article 13 defines laws inconsistent with or in derogation of fundamental rights. Article 14 Equality before law. Article 15 Prohibition of Discrimination. Article 16 Equality of opportunity in public employment. Article 17 Abolition of Untouchability. Abolition of Title. Right to freedom. Article 19 to 22. Right to freedom of speech and expression. Right to assemble peaceably and without arms. Right to form associations or unions or cooperative societies. Right to move freely throughout the territory of India. Right to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India. Right to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business. Article 20. Protection in respect of conviction for offences. Article 21. Protection of life and personal liberty. Article 21a. Right to education. Article 22. Protection against arrest and detention. Right against exploitation. Article 23 or 24. Article 23. Prohibition of human trafficking and forced labor. Article 24. Prohibition of child labor. Right to freedom of religion. Article 25 to 28. Freedom of conscience, profession, practice and propagation. Article 25. Article 26. freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27. Freedom from taxation for promotion of a religion.
Article 28. Freedom from attending religious instruction.
Educational and cultural rights. Protection of interests of minorities. Article 29.
Right of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions. Article 30. Right to constitutional remedies. Article 32.
Right to remedies for the enforcement of the fundamental rights using 5 writs. Habeas corpus to direct the release of a person detained unlawfully. Mandamus to direct a public authority to do its duty. Quo Warranto to direct a person to vacate an office assumed wrongfully. Prohibition to prohibit a lower court from proceeding on a case. Certiorari the power of the higher court to remove a proceeding from a lower court and bring it before itself. Empowers the Parliament to restrict or abrogate the fundamental rights of the members of the armed forces, paramilitary forces, police forces, intelligence agencies, and analogous forces. Article 34 provides for the restrictions on fundamental rights while martial law military rule is in force. Article 35 empowers the Parliament to make laws on fundamental rights.